Hi, welcome to the UnNamed Production Company. I'm Caleb. I'm going to be taking you through RPG Day 2019. Now, today we're going to be doing prompts 14, 15, and 16. All right, so first, I'm Caleb, GM Plague. You can find me on Facebook by my name Caleb, or you go Twitter at PlagueWins. Also, you can find our company page, UnNamed Production Company, on Twitter also at co-unnamed. And now, enjoy. All right. Prompt 14 is guide. Now, once again, this one had me kind of thinking because I wasn't sure exactly where to go with it, but I kind of looked at this more as like a DM question or GM question is how do you guide your campaigns and or players in games? And I know because I know the railroad like pre-written railroads. I mean, some of them are really good. I'll admit I've run some of those. Um, some people hate them, some people love them. A lot of people are kind of are in between. Um, but I guess this is more how much do I do that? And honestly, not that much. I tend to prefer open sandbox type things. Even linear pre-written ones, I still make them kind of sandboxy. Like I'm currently running for a home game, The Lost Mine of Fandelver, and while that is a like a pre-written kind of linear railroad track, I've kind of set it up and that it is open to where they can go. I tried my best to make it feel like they're not being pincushioned to one way of going, and it seems it worked. I just think in general I like running stuff wide open and almost no hand holding and no guiding. If that makes sense. Like one of the best pre-written things ever is actually for the Pathfinder role playing game, the Kingmaker Adventure Path. It was a whole entire campaign, one through I don't know if I went all the way up to level 20, but high up, close to level 20, and the whole entire campaign was in sandbox, like open map, like a big hex map. Sandbox campaign. You could pretty much go explore the world at your leisure, where you want to go, what you want to do. It was, I mean, what you found there, I guess, was kind of determined, but where you went, it was a really open campaign. It was wonderful. It was actually so popular they made the video game out of it. And Ed Greenwood, who famous for Forgotten Realms, he was behind, I think, the creation of the Kingmaker Adventure Path. So I guess for guide is I try and let the players honestly do more of the guiding. I think I said this in a previous video. I kind of have them give me backstories, and I tell them leave me open holes that I will fill in with stories, and then I'll let you guide it from kind of I'll do something to push that story forward, but then I let them take control of it. Same thing with a lot of other things. There's a town. Let's say there's two taverns, three inns. I'll come up with the name for one or two of them, and they ask the name of the third one is, and I'll say, "Yeah, you tell me." I'll let them come up with a name. Or some NPCs. I'll admit there are some NPCs flat out forget the name, or one you never think of that they always want to talk to. Sometimes I can come up with a name on the fly. Sometimes I can't, and I'll ask them, "What do you want his name to be? Or what do you want her name to be?" Simple as that. So I guess for prompt 14 guide is that I try not to do it. In the beginning of a campaign, maybe a little bit just to get them going, but I will leave it kind of wide open. And that's just, I guess that's my thought on guide. I try not to do it. I kind of enjoy not doing it. Prompt 15 is door. I kind of didn't know where to take this. This one was kind of confusing to me. So I kind of went with the whole an earlier video I did in RPG Day about kind of rooting back. It's a little bit tied to the Edition Wars. I'm kind of going on the gatekeeping culture that pervades pretty much every part of fandom. It's pretty much keeping a closed door to new people or outside people. Um, Luckily, in tabletop gaming, it doesn't seem to be as severe or as widespread as some other cultures, especially like the video game culture. But it does exist, and I'm just going to comment on it. That'll be my door prompt. It's just the closed door related to gatekeeping. Um, I have seen some posts about how there are some groups that they don't allow new players in, or even if it's a person that's gamed for 20 years because they don't know them, they don't let them in. Now, I do understand that, but I guess it's the way that they're doing it is like, no, Hex, Hex, we don't know you. Hex, Hex, you're bad. And now I know that's not the case, but the ones I read about, it was more like they didn't just flat out didn't want them because they was like, ooh, new blood, no, no. While as I, on the other hand, I constantly am trying to get new people into my gaming circle. I love taking new people that never gamed before, getting them in the hobby. I've done that. I'm proud to say I haven't done that a ton of people, but I've done it enough that I actually get a lot of pride from that. So I guess there's not much more to it. Just don't shut that door on other gamers. There's a way to tell people that you don't like the game is full or you're not looking for other players, but don't gatekeep. Don't keep the culture or the games out of people's hands just for vengeance sake or pride's sake. Open the door. Welcome people in. Teach someone how to game. Do a private session 0 with them. That's pretty much all I got on door. And now we can go to prompt 16. This one was interesting. This one was dream. Now this one I kind of went the simple route on. Is that what are the game and or games that you would absolutely dream about seeing it come to life at some point? And I think I went the easy route for this because I have very easy answers for this. There are two that I would like to see. They both come from video games. I'm going to put out there, I know there are hacks for them. In this case, this is something where I don't want a hack of it. I want a full-blown game dedicated to this with artwork from the game, either an existing engine applied to it officially or a brand new engine if you need it. Mine is Mass Effect and Dishonored. They are two of my best video game franchises out there, I think. Mass Effect is a wonderful, wonderful space opera series. It is just dying for a tabletop supplement. I believe there is a 5e hack for it. I guess that's doable, but like I said, when something I want, I don't want a hack of it. I want an actual game of it. Maybe that sounds selfish, but I just look at Green Ronin has published the Dragon Age role-playing game, and then now have a sci-fi. When they launched the Expanse RPG, they kind of made their sci-fi engine. Perfect time to get Mass Effect in. Like I said, I have no idea what goes behind licensing, how easy that is, how much of a pain in the ass it is, or how much time it takes, but I would love to see a Mass Effect RPG in the works out at some point. Also, Dishonored. I think I said in my last video how much I really like Dishonored. I like that it's a fantasy game, but it has like the industrial side to it. It's got a lot of occultism in it, and just that mixed together. I mean, there's swords, there's guns, there's like some magic. Just like, I mean, there's enough factions you could easily make a role-playing game campaign out of it. That's another one I would love to see an official, like a Dishonored RPG. My only concern is I love the games. Is there enough there to make a full-fledged RPG out of? I mean, it could be done. It could easily be done if wanted to. But that one might be more far-fetched just because I'm not sure if there's enough there to make a full-fledged RPG out of it. But for my dream of games to be made is Mass Effect and Dishonored easily. So, and that ends day 16 for RPG Day. Join me next time, hopefully with some of the other guys from UnNamed Production, where we take on Prompt 17 and onward. So till then, happy gaming.